Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to more the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Last time, killing game stuff. And Shoma's dead now. So, yeah. Anyways, let's continue, shall we?
Ready, soldiers.
Shut up, Egg. Good night. I sat up and rubbed sleep from my eyes. It was morning. Why was the nighttime announcement playing?
Huh?
Is the system on the fritz? I hosted myself out of bed and checked the time. What? But when I took a look around, I almost wondered if I was still dreaming. It was dark. According to the clock, it was well past the time the nighttime announcement usually played. What the? How? If this really was the night of day 45, that would mean I'd slept through the entire day. Had I really been that tired, or had somebody done something to knock me out for the day? Just as I was wondering what the others were doing.
Hey, talk to me. Are you feeling better?
I opened the door and let Tsubasa in. For some reason, she seemed worried.
Sorry about this morning. I shouldn't have forced you to help me. But you could have told me you weren't feeling well, you know?
Huh? Not feeling well. Help you? I had no idea what she was talking about. So far as I knew, this was the first time I'd seen her today.
Oh yeah, I got some for you. I diluted it so we'd have more to go around. You should spray on anything mellow in your room just in case.
Ah, what is this?
What do you mean? It's the QB liquid you gave me.
QB liquid?
What's the matter?
You've got QB liquid already. I was starting to think we'd never find any.
Are you acting like this is the first time you're seeing it? You're the one who found it.
I found it? No, that's not possible.
Takumi? You're acting really weird.
Spouse was looking at me with a mixture of confusion and concern, but then she gasped like she suddenly figured something out.
Did you lose part of your memory again?
Seems that way. I can't remember anything that happened earlier today. What's going on, Tsubasa? Why do we have QB liquid all of a sudden? She told me what happened. It was bizarre hearing about things I'd done but had no memory of. Apparently, I'd gone to Tsubasa's room this morning and given her the QB liquid. Obviously, she was surprised and asked me where I'd found it. But I hadn't given her a clear answer. I only said that I didn't remember where exactly. Tsubasa hadn't pressed me. She was happy enough that we had the stuff we needed. After that, she'd taken me to the underground hangar, and the two of us had set to work applying the liquid to the escape pod. We'd gone over the surface of the metal thoroughly to make sure the particle bacteria never ate into it again.
It didn't take its long to finish, but then you got really exhausted all of a sudden. You said, I'm going back to my room and taking the rest of the day off.
And now that the day's ending, you came to check on me. None of that jogged any of memories. It was almost like there was another me walking around living my life without me knowing about it. Was this Ato's doing? Had what was left of him somehow taken over my body? But why would Ato go to the trouble of finding the thing we need to help us escape? Wouldn't he just go on a rampage and kill everyone? Actually though, maybe it didn't matter why I didn't remember finding the QB liquid. Whether I remembered or not, we had it now. That's what mattered. Tsubasa? Let me get one thing straight. You said if we found the QB liquid, you'd be able to repair the escape pod, right? This mean you can do it now? Can you get the pod working early and get us out of here? If we could only do that, our troubles would be over. We could all escape this horrible game and go back to the satellite where things would be safe.
Yeah, about that.
Tsubasa looked away awkwardly.
I can fix the pod, but it's going to take me at least 50 days.
Wow.
50 days? So then...
We'd have to survive until day 95 before we can get out of here.
At that point, it barely even qualifies as escaping early anymore.
We got the members of our alliance together for the daily meeting and told them the bad news. Needless to say, they were all pretty shocked. The damage is really that bad, huh?
Yeah, turns out the bacteria ate into it deeper than I was expecting. It's not just surface damage anymore. The whole thing's compromised on a structural level. I can't see it taking less than 50 days, no matter what I do. I'm sorry. I'm just not skilled enough. Oh, Tsubasa, you don't have to apologize. That's right. Even if we didn't have you here, we wouldn't be able to repair it at all.
No one was really to blame for this. Nozomi was right about that. It was just some monumentally bad luck. Well, now that escaping early is off the table, we've got two options. We can keep participating in the invader hunt right up to day 95, or we can come up with a new plan to defeat the sponsor and end the game. The same choice I tried to avoid with this escape pod plan. You're up, team leader. What course is the Alliance going to take from here on? Naturally, the right and responsibility to make the choice fell on me. Ugh, I don't know why, I'm feeling jittery. I feel like it's affecting my voice acting. You might notice I'm saying... It might be because, yesterday was actually my birthday and we rode jet skis around. I got sunburned to hell and back. I put sunscreen on, but I just burn easily. I couldn't waste time. I had to step up and give my teammates direction. Participating in the hunt is out of the question. If the killing game keeps going all the way to day 95, people will die. Not just from the other team, but from this one as well.
Right. There's no telling when one of us could end up in last place or run into a commander outside the school.
That's why I can't let the invader hunt continue. But in order to end it...
We'll have to take out the sponsor for good this time.
Yeah, and that's not going to be easy. It's bad enough when there was only one of them, but they're having multiple bodies is definitely going to complicate things.
I wonder how many they're all in all.
If we leave even one alive, it'll scuttle off and create more. They're like cockroaches. We overcome a lot of crazy stuff here at the academy, but in fighting an enemy like the sponsor, we might finally have met our match. Ray looked completely shell-shocked. The truth must have dawned on them too. How could we possibly deal with a situation as hopeless as this? But then...
I think I know a way to kill the sponsor.
Oh? Yugamu spoke up, offering us a light in the dark. Yugamu, what was that? Yeah, we can kill the sponsor. All of them.
You're not kidding around, right? This is for realsies. Really for real.
For real, for real. Truth is, there is an idea I've been sitting on for a while now. It was only really a vague notion until Shoma got executed. That's when I realized it could actually work. Oh, I have an idea. I think I know what he might be referring to. When Shoma got killed by the bugs, all of the, technically speaking, all of the sponsors got powered up by his hemoanima, right? So what if you poisoned them? What if you made it so that whoever they absorbed was like a poison or whatever? Is that what he's gonna say? This method will kill the sponsor once and for all. You're that sure of it? Why didn't you say anything until now? The method I'm thinking of kind of goes against my principles. I prefer not to use it, given the chance. But it looks like my preferences are gonna have to take a back seat. Guess that's what I get. Quit philosophizing. Just tell us what we need to do.
You'll go and bring out some finisher who no one's ever seen before.
I'll summon a barrier that enhances their innate techniques at their utmost level. And once the sponsor gets drawn to your domain, you'll release everything you've got in one lethal attack.
Kachika, maybe go sit quietly while we're talking about this. Tell us, Yugamu, this may be our big chance to avenge Kurara.
We all wait with bated breath to hear Yugamu's idea. A surefire way to destroy the sponsor. What could it be? But when he finally did speak up...
Sorry, guys. I'm keeping this one under my hat.
Why? This is no time to play coy, Yugamu. Don't get me wrong. I'm just exercising due caution. The element of surprise is essential to this plan. If the sponsor gets wind of it ahead of time, it'll all be for nothing. So you think one of us is going to leak information to them? Not intentionally, no. But you can't deny that when it comes to keeping secrets, some of us are more cautious than others. Oro, why is everyone looking at me all of a sudden? Maybe he was right. Maybe some of us were better off not knowing. This means you'll have to do it all on your own. Are you sure you can handle that? You know how powerful the sponsor is. And they're only getting stronger now that they've absorbed Kurara and Shoma's cryptoglobin. That's exactly why I know we can win. It is? The sponsor absorbs cryptoglobin to get stronger. That's the key to our victory. Chaos holds power over us because it's unknowable. The more we learn about something, the more that power is diminished. The sponsor is going down. You can depend on it. Trust me. If this was anyone else, I might have my doubts, but Yugamu's an assassin. If there's one thing he knows about, it's killing. Alright, I trust you. It's all on you now, Yugamu. This was the third time the Anti-Sponsor Alliance had switched to a new goal. With Yugamu handling the plan to kill the sponsor, the only thing left to do for... that only left one thing for the rest of us to do. Bear Hunt, Round 2, Day 4. Head out beyond the school grounds, earn points. Today, though, I wasn't hunting with Yugamu. Tsubasa!
Thanks for pairing up with me today, Takumi. I'll try not to slow you down.
Instead, I had Tsubasa as my partner.
I'll show you it can be just as efficient as a hunter as anyone.
I appreciate it, but don't push yourself too hard. I'll be the one doing most of the hunting. You can just focus on backing me up. That way, you'll get a decent amount of points with only a fraction of the work. Our focus today was exploring the rank distribution system to bolster Tsubasa's rank. We couldn't afford to let her fall into last place. We're leaving the entire plan to kill the sponsor in your hands, Yugamu. You don't have to tell any of us what it is. But can you at least tell us how much time you need to get it ready? Not very long, although it's unlikely I'll be able to enact it before the end of the second round. The sponsor will be in the ground before the start of round 3, I can promise you that much. So if we can just avoid being executed at the end of this round, we'll be able to end the invader hunt and prevent any more deaths. That's about the size of it. Basically, all you guys need to worry about is not ending up in last place. Takumi and I will do everything we can to help out, obviously, but the real problem is with you, Tsubasa. Right now, you're 8th out of 10. That's pretty near the bottom.
Yeah, things aren't looking good for me, huh? I'm still not used to fighting outside school, so I've barely been able to hunt any enemies.
In that case, we'll have to get you some support points without you killing invaders directly. We found out that there was a secret to the Invader Hunt's point system. Even hunters that didn't actually kill invaders could still earn points by supporting their allies in battle. I have a suggestion if you're interested. Starting tomorrow, why don't you take my place and go out hunting with Takumi, Tsubasa?
Huh? Me and Takumi?
He's a top hunter in the whole alliance. You'll probably earn a ton of points just from being around him. If that's okay with you, Takumi? I don't mind, but what are you going to do, Yugamu? I'll be taking a break from hunting for a while. If you want me, I'll be holed up in the escape pod hangar, working on the plan. As much as it pains me to relinquish my position as your hunting buddy, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Look there, Spasa. Big group of invaders. Surprise attacks are effective in situations like this, so we'll sneak up on them quietly.
Right, sneaking. Sneaking quietly. How you walk without making too much noise again?
She seems pretty nervous. Then again, she's always been the type to get stressed out easily. Are you scared? It's okay. Just close your eyes and stay next to me. Here, give me your hand.
Okay.
Held Tsubasa's hand as we snuck closer to the invaders. And then we struck. Detach. Work. Detach. Work. Detach. Work. Nice. Seems I'm in pretty good form today. If I kept mowing down invaders like this, Tsubasa was bound to get some of the points I earned.
Wow, Takumi, you're amazing. I knew you were strong, but that was something else. You were like...
Just a little something Yugamu taught me. The double dose of Ato's cryptolobin helps too.
Still, you were awesome. So strong, so manly.
It seems like only yesterday you were an awkward little half pint.
But-
Pretty soon you'll be all grown up.
What? What are you, my mom? Also, half pint? Really? Let's get moving. Can't waste time talking when there's invaders on it. So I started walking in, pulling Tsubasa along behind me. We need to make every kill count.
Jeez, what's with the alpha male act all of a sudden? Being so forced with a girl. Don't get too big for your Takumi-sized boots.
I ignored Tsubasa's grumbling and let it fade into the background. I didn't have time to be delicate with her right now. We killed a lot of them. Phew, alright, that should do it for today. You should be safe from falling to last place now, Tsubasa.
Great, thanks for this, Takumi. I can't believe we took out this many bears just in one day. I say we, but really all I did was watch.
Don't sweat it. It's a leader's job to help out his allies when they're in trouble.
I'm glad we have a dependable leader like you around. You're really growing into the role. It's weird though. I never imagined I'd be spending time with you like this, just two of us. And after I alienated you like everyone else did at the start of the game.
Tsubasa's expression suddenly clouded over, like she was about to cry.
I'm really sorry for back then. You're such a great guy and we treat you like trash. Every time you do something nice to me, I get reminded of that. You're too good to me.
Forget about it. It's all in the past, and it made sense at the time.
Maybe, but...
If anything, I think it's a good thing you all alienated me back then.
Huh? A good thing? Why?
It made me appreciate just how much of a difference having someone on your side can make. Now that people decide to stand by me, I'm more determined than ever to keep them safe.
That includes you too, Tsubasa.
Yeah.
I'll protect you. For all the rest of our lives.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah, always be here for you.
That's screen and all, but when you put it like that, it almost sounds like...
Tsubasa? Hey, what's wrong? You not feeling well?
Talk to me, you big dummy!
I look away for a minute and suddenly you turn into a total Casanova. Where did I go wrong?
Why are you talking to me like I'm some wayward soul?
Whatever, that's all for today. I'm going back to school.
Tsubasa, don't run off by yourself, it's not safe. Let's see the rankings. She's in 7th now. Currently it's Darmian 1st, Tagumi 2nd, Yugami 3rd, Moko 4th, Kyoshika 5th, Nozomi 6th, Tsubasa 7th, Takamaro, Ima, and Kako. Okay.
Nice! I went up a place. What a relief. And I owe it all to you, Takumi.
Don't get comfy yet. It won't take much for Takimaru and the others to overtake you. We'll have to keep it up and get you some more points tomorrow.
Yeah. Had to keep the members of the anti-sponsor alliance out of last place. As their leader, that was my responsibility. Of course, I'd also miss we'd be forcing someone from Takimaru's team into last place instead. Try not to think about that side of things too much. I wasn't some omnipotent savior. No matter what I did, I couldn't save everyone. Having checked the rankings, Tsubasa and I went back to our rooms to rest. Then when night fell...
You never know. Well then.
Shut up, Egg. Everyone poured in.
You have Tsubasa go up a rank in just one day. Nice going, Takumi.
The way you fight to protect Lady Tsubasa is truly inspiring.
Huh.
You're like a stone-cold professional killer.
I don't know about Stone Cold, but I agree with this professional part. You're swinging your sword practically at the speed of light.
Come on, guys. I'm just doing what any decent leader would. I don't know how to deal with everyone being so nice to me. This cheery atmosphere is going to take some getting used to. Anyway, enough about me. How's your progress, Yugamu? Is your plan to take down the sponsor still going smoothly? Yugamu spent the whole day in the escape pod hangar working on the method he thought up to kill our invincible adversary. The exact details were still a secret, of course. None of us had any idea what this method was. Yep, no problems here. Everything's going according to plan. When I spring my little trap, the sponsor will die. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The sponsor would die? That was a reassuring thought. But how exactly are you going to kill the sponsor, Sir Yugamu? I've been so curious I can barely eat. We're all allies here. Can't you tell us what this ingenious plan of yours is? Just a hint will do. Just a teensy-weensy little hint of a hint. Knock it off, Kyoshika. Yugamu's in charge of killing the sponsor. That includes whether or not he wants to keep it a secret. If my lord commands, I suppose I have no choice but to back down. Carry out this plan however you want, Yugamu. We're putting all our trust in you. Thanks. I won't let you down. Soon enough, you'll be sitting up and begging to thank me for my efforts. Sit up and beg? What are we, your pets? I could only hope it was a good sign that Yugamu felt comfortable enough to joke around. If we could all survive to the end of this round and end the killing game, our futures would be a whole lot brighter.
Once the sponsor's gone, that only leaves the invaders to deal with.
Indeed, we need only defend the school until day 100, and our victory will be complete.
After the invader hunt, defensive battles are going to be a breeze. I'll take on any and all challenges that come our way.
I think so too. The sponsor is the only real threat to us right now. If we can just take them out of the picture, we'll have basically already won. Victory, ending the war, winning the war. The idea was so exciting, it was intoxicating. Just a little more. One final push and it would all be over. No more going out hunting for turn points. No more sponsor lording their power over us. Peaceful days like that were just around the corner. However, the hope we felt in that moment blinded us to the truth. Whenever life appeared to hand us a victory, there were always strings attached. When things seemed to be going well, we needed to be more careful than ever. The anti-sponsor lines had forgotten that, but we would receive a cruel reminder the very next day. Alright, who's dead? Who do you think's dead? I'm going with, Moko. Oh my god, I might be right. Wait, no, it's Nozomi on the ground. Also, hey, new gank. What are you doing here? I choked wordlessly, unable to comprehend the scene playing out in front of me.
Nozomi!
Nozomi on the ground, covered in blood. My other friends, barely standing, ragged from exhaustion. And in the middle of all this carnage, the one responsible for it, I recognized that monstrous form.
The Squad 10 commander!
Why did we have to run into him now of all times? If we could have just made it through the second round, everything would have been fine. So why? Why now?
What is a commander even doing here?
This morning, Tsubasa and I went out hunting like the day before. I wanted to keep earning points for her just in case. For the first few hours, everything had gone well. We killed a ton of invaders. Just before noon, we switched gears and head to meet up with the other Alliance members. We'd all decided to have a picnic lunch together. The two of us made our way to the rendezvous point, feeling pretty good about everything. But when we got there, it wasn't a nice, laid-back picnic that greeted us. It was this. The commander must have attacked Moko and the others while they were out on the hunt. A battle had ensued, Nozomi was wounded, and I guess that's when we showed up.
Damn it! How dare you do this to my friends!
The full implications of the situation were becoming clear to me. If I didn't do something quick, they would all die, and there'd be no bringing them back. Or that. Tsubasa, get out of here! Go back to the academy! The whole reason I was hunting with Tsubasa was that she wasn't used to fighting outside school grounds. I couldn't let her take on a commander. I just had to cover her until she could safely escape. Or so I thought.
No, I won't run this time.
Tsubasa?
I ran when Hiroko and Darmi needed help. I ignored them and left them to die.
She must be talking about that time we ran into the Squad 3 commander. I jumped in to help Hiroko and Darumi back then, but Tsubasa was too scared. Scared of dying.
What?
Don't dwell in the past, just go!
No, I won't. Not this time. I'm not running away anymore.
Yeah!
Tsubasa, wait! You can't just charge it on your own! She wouldn't listen. She was already running full speed into the fray. There was no time to stand around and talk. Our battle against the Squad 10 commander had begun. Alright. Come here, new gank. I wonder if Nozomi's actually gonna die. Everyone, are you okay?
Dogme, am I glad to see you?
Satomi, Lane Nozomi, she's been grievously injured. She's still breathing, but she won't last much longer. She's going to die. Calm down, Kishiko. We need to do something about the commander before we can help her. Moko, what happened here?
The commander's not all that strong, but whenever we beat him, he comes right back. We've had to fight him over and over again, and during one of those battles, Nozomi went down for the count.
I was afraid of that. This commander has the power to control time. Little attacks won't cut against him. He can just turn back the clock and make it like his injuries never happened.
And how the heck are we supposed to beat him?
We have to all attack at once and inflict more damage than he can handle. Let's do this, guys. Don't give him a chance to recover. Alright, here we go. New gang. Only 31 HP. That's not bad at all. In fact, I might
Good to go.
find a way of
Let's
making
do this. I've got this. Let's go.
Work. First off, an attack potion.
Let's do this.
I'm taking the wheel. Just a quick drop out. You saved my neck.
Here we go.
6 times 4 is 24. It's 31. 3-1 won't cut it. I need
Locked
more
and
than
loaded.
that.
Take this!
I think I might be able to get it,
Ready
but it's
when
gonna
you
be
are.
cutting it a little close.
Let's roll! Let's keep it up! I'm taking the wheel! Tag me in!
Let's go.
Onwards.
Oh, that's why. I was about to say, why can I not move backwards?
Leave it to me! I'm taking the wheel!
Let's do this. Oh, let's go.
How much damage does this do? 20. We win.
Ready when you are.
1,
Let's do this.
2. Never mind. Where'd he go? Darn it, we almost had him that time. The fiend has recovered again. At this rate, the battle would never end.
Don't give up, guys. We'll get him this time. Everyone take a deep breath and go!
I could have done it just then. Okay, I can still do it this time.
Good to go. Let's go.
Give me
Time
attack
to use
potion.
it. Here we go. Take this.
1,
Say when. There.
2.
Ready when you are. Let's do this. Let's go. Say when. My turn. Ha! Good to go.
Alright. Later,
One
loser.
last strike. See you later. Take care of the rest.
Bro! Again. We're so close.
If we don't finish him soon, Nozomi really is gonna die.
Cease this slinking away, coward. Stand and fight us. What are we gonna do? We fight and fight, but the commander's still not going down. Nozomi's at her limit. We need to get her back to school before it's too late. Just then.
I'll take this guy on alone.
Moko! Moko stepped forward, proposing a plan that was completely insane.
You guys going ahead. I'll do what I can to slow him down. The way I see it, there's no other way to save Nozomi but this.
You want us to leave you behind? We can't do that! Satogami is right, Lady Moko. We could never abandon a comrade to die.
Yeah.
Don't be hasty, alright? If we begin with our next attack, we'll still have time to...
Shut the hell up, all of ya!
Huh? Moko's shot so loud it felt like she was making the ground shake with her voice alone.
Listen, guys. The day Kurara died, I stood at her grave and I made her a promise. I promised to protect the girls, to make sure not a single one of them died. If Nozomi dies on my watch, Kurara will never forgive me.
So let me do this. Let me protect my friend.
If one person stayed to distract the commander, the rest of us could escape and get Nozomi back to safety. That much was true. Could I really do this to Moko? Could I sacrifice one of our own? Leave Moko here and take Nozomi back to the school, or stay here and all fight the commander together. As the Alliance's leader, that was the choice I needed to make. Oh, this is messed up. Really? Leave Moko behind. Bullshit. Sorry, Moko. I wonder, is this like the... No, you can't expect us to agree to that. Forsooth, Lady Moko. It's all for one and one for all.
Don't be a pig-headed numbskull, Takumi. You just don't get it. I told you I made a promise to Kurara. I promised I'd protect the girls. You're going too.
Huh?
Actually, that doesn't matter. It's my duty to protect every member of the Alliance.
That means Zomi will...
How about we continue this conversation after we beat the commander? Our grueling battle against the Squad 10 commander raged on. Whenever we backed him into the corner, he would slip away to recover, and the whole process began all over again. His ability to turn back time made the battle drag on, but after a long while, we unleashed a concentrated attack on him, and at long last, we brought the Squad 10 commander down once and for all.
Zomi!
Nozomi! Once this commander had fallen, we rushed over to Nozomi to check on her. When we got there, we were relieved to find she was still breathing. If we took her back to school and treated her right away, she could still be saved. Don't die on us, Nozomi. We ran back to the academy as quickly as we could, carrying Nozomi all the way.
Don't die, Nozomi.
Hold on just a little longer. As I ran, I prayed hard for Nozomi to survive this. I didn't want to see yet another friend dying on me, especially not Nozomi. I came all the way back to prevent her death in the first place. All that would be for nothing if she died now. Once we got back, I'll grab Yugami and get him to treat Nozomi's injuries. He's so familiar with the human body, this shouldn't be a problem for him. I kept going through the steps I'd taken in my mind as I ran with all my might. Hey guys, was school always this far away? We've been running for a while now, but we still couldn't see the wall fire. Not even a single flame. The huge wall had been a major landmark. It wasn't the kind of thing we could just miss.
That's really strange. We're definitely not lost, so...
Perhaps we've been shrunk.
Anyway, this is the right direction, so let's just keep going.
All of us clearly felt like this was an ill omen. Nevertheless, we kept running in the direction where the school should be. When we finally arrived, an astonishing sight greeted us. Huh? Oh. We could barely recognize the school. What happened here?
What happened here?
Why has the school been destroyed?
Are you sure this is Last Defense Academy?
Does it
We
look
didn't
like?
take a wrong turn somewhere?
I found it hard to believe this was really our school too. But it was. It's practically in ruins. There was no mistaking it. Unless this is Turum Tommy.
I understand now. The Squad 10 commander was merely a decoy. He was there to draw out and hold back the majority of the Special Defense Unit's fighters. Then other commanders would be free to destroy the academy while we were occupied. A two-pronged offensive to conquer an enemy stronghold. It's the oldest trick in the book.
That made sense why that commander fought us so inefficiently and kept dragging the battle out. He was trying to buy the other commanders time to launch their attack. It had fallen for the enemy's gambit, leaving the school poorly defended. That in turn had led to its destruction. Shortly after we arrived back, Nozomi died from her injuries. Now that we lost our base, we didn't even have anywhere to erect a tombstone for her. All we could do was wander around the town ruins for the rest of our lives. Well, that was a depressing end. I gotta pull up my notes up. Ending 90. Killing game route. The Academy falls. So you're telling me I have to let Moko die? This sucks. Fine. Fine. Leave Moko behind. I'm sorry, Moko. Moko, please cover us while we bring Nozomi back.
No, Takumi, you can't seriously be thinking about leaving Moko behind. Thank you, Takumi. Now I can finally keep my promise to Kurara.
I refuse to accept this name, Moko. There's no sweetness in this parting, only sorrow. Never. I will never leave you behind. In fact, I shall be staying behind with...
Chop!
Lady Moko, why? Kakyoshika's body, she fell forward, knocked unconscious by Moko.
My cutie pies are all in your hands now, Takumi. I know you've got what it takes to keep Nozomi and Kyochika safe.
Because that's just what great team leaders do!
Moko encouraged me with the brightest smile on her face. A smile that had been the source of my strength countless times before. Moko, I don't know how I can repay...
Right. Time for all of you to exit the ring. The other guys are about to fly in for a second round any moment now. Tsubasa, be a darling and send everyone back, alright? Love you, honey.
Yeah. See you later, Moko. Moko tossed her golden headphones over to us. She must have meant for us to hold on to them as a keepsake. We loaded the unconscious Nozomi and Kyoshika into Tsubasa's vehicle and drove off without delay. As we pulled away, I looked back to see how Moko was faring.
Feast your eyes upon Moko Majiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction, and her iron defense of a lifetime!
Get him, Moko!
You'll be crossing this line over my dead body.
Get
ready
him!
for the match of your life, Commander!
Moko was standing in the way of the commander, determined to buy us enough time to escape. I burned the sight of that stirring scene into my mind so that I would never forget it. After rushing back to school, we called Yugami out from the underground hangar and then... Yugami quickly took the lead and directed us on how to save Nozomi's life. Tsubasa, grab as many packs of saline and antibiotics as you can from the infirmary. Now!
Right.
Takumi, use antiseptic to sterilize the room. Then cover everything in sterile sheets. Alright. I'll start suturing the wounds. Man, this would have been easier if we could just toss her into a revive-o-matic. He began treating Nozomi's wounds with practice ease, and using his assassination skills to heal instead of kill. Relax, the wounds are not as deep as they seem. Her internal organs are fine. None of her injuries are fatal.
So she's gonna live?
The thing is, she's lost a lot of blood. A transfusion would undoubtedly save her life, but we don't have any packs of blood on hand. Not that transfusing ordinary blood has any curative effect on us. Just as I was processing what Yugami had told me, well, we've got a solution.
Intruder, defense.
Invaders at a time like this? Those sadistic friends are always clearly out to torture us.
No, wait. On the other hand, they just shone a ray of light on this deadly hellscape we're in. What ray of light? We need to focus on treating Nozomi. We don't have the time to take on invaders too. Because we now have a chance to get our hands on what we need to help her by spilling some commander blood. What we need. Oh, you mean... After defeating a commander, the top 3 hunters on the leaderboard will receive a cryptoglobin-filled syringe as reward. Yugami and I were in second and third place respectively, so we would have 2 syringes. We'd be able to use the syringes on Nozomi to replenish her lost cryptoglobin. With that in mind, we stopped treating Nozomi, shook Kyoshika awake, and head for the war room to prepare for battle. Oh, Stop! Is this everyone?
We're attacking Mara in the arts. There's no time for us to be divided.
Those people are frolicking around in dreamland, dead to the waking world. Spots, what are you doing here? You're not trying to interfere with the battle, I hope. Sponsor ignored our questions, choosing to stare intently at the war room monitor instead. This commander appears to be a skilled illusionist. They create illusions by blasting superpowered music through a soundtrack that confuses all who hear it. Sound-based illusions. That has to be the Squad 11 commander Takumi was talking about the other day.
We're fine since we have our noise-canceling headphones, but...
Takuma and the artists took the full brunt of the attack and are now wandering around in dream world right now, aren't they? Wait, that doesn't explain why Darmi's alright. She hasn't done anything to block out the sound. He was right, Darmi didn't seem affected at all. Yeah, why are you okay?
My head's a little fuzzy and I'm seeing things I know aren't real, but other than that, everything's fine. You can't make someone already stoner than stone even stonier.
As crazy as always, that's Darmi for you. Albeit her brand of insanity was strangely comforting for the situation we were facing at the moment. I fail to see why you all seem so upbeat when the enemy is rapidly advancing in the academy even as you speak. Look at the monitor. Oh, Christ, this academy is under attack.
Oh, no, we have to get out there and fight.
Indeed, this is hardly the time or place to get totally wiped out. You're still needed for some stuff I have in mind, understand? Now go out
there and show everyone your pride as hunters.
Stop acting like you're in charge. We'll protect the school for our own reasons. Let's do this, guys. I was drinking water. Stab. Hey. Can't stop yawning. Are you gonna make me fight this game? Nope. Another fight skipped.
All the sound trucks have...
Aw, the illusions are gone!
Stop it.
I'm already
Army.
starting to miss them. Maybe miss them after we take out the commander headed this way?
Durham Tommy! Wait, no. Don't. Ah. Stop breaking the camera, you asshole. Carry on the record. Durham Tommy. Whole host of invaders. I will say there is one thing I kind of missed that she did in the first 100 days that I don't think I've ever seen her do. Also, hey, New Gank. One thing that Durham Tommy did during the first 100 days that I kind of wish we saw more of during the other times that she visited was she made some...
It's the commander who can reverse time! He chased us all the way here?
What I noticed is that during the first 100 days, one of the rounds, she made certain enemies look like other commanders. Like there was a one that looked like I'm pretty sure some of the enemies looked like Quinsley or Adamacu during the first 100 days, but I swear that hasn't happened at all ever since the first 100 days. I kind of miss that. I kind of wish there were more times like that where it made it look like the first 100 or it made it look like other commanders.
Does that mean Moko's been?
Yep.
The commander who wounded Nozomi and killed Moko.
Let us slay this accursed commander to avenge our fallen Lady Moko and appease her spirit.
Wow! Hate is in the air today, and I am all for it!
Thank you, Darmy.
This is my specialty! A show especially for you!
Goodbye, Academy.
The school's crumbling!
When did they breach the walls?
Take a chill pill, everyone.
But-
It's all just an illusion.
Thank you, Yugamu.
What? That's a shame. I feel a lot chiller when I'm surrounded by death and destruction.
That's a you problem.
Most of the illusions can't harm us, so just ignore them and focus on taking out New Gang first.
Here they come. Again, I just kind of feel it's a shame that there's not as many times where the enemies look like commanders when Durham Tommy's around. I don't know, I just like that. I think it feels cool when they do that. School is back to normal. The illusion was gone, which meant we had to feed the enemies for good this time. Those tricky commanders.
The enemy commanders have been put to rest.
Moko, we've avenged your death.
New Gang is finally defeated.
We couldn't have taken out two commanders at once if Moko hadn't sacrificed herself. She deserves full credit for this. Unfortunately, our rejoicing was soon cut short.
Well done taking out those formidable enemies, my Special Defense Unit hunters. I praise you for distinguishing yourselves in battle.
The Sponsor Sun appearance out of the thin air dampened our celebratory mood.
Allow me to process the commanders that you've defeated. Every last drop of cryptoglobin shall be drained and concentrated.
They signaled toward the sky, and at the very next moment, slurp it up. Sucked completely dry of
As
cryptoglobin.
usual, the top 3 hunters on the leaderboard will receive a cryptoglobin-filled syringe as
Moko's
reward.
dead, by the way.
That means Darumi,
Oh,
Takumi,
I forgot.
Gamu,
I forgot. Gave out cryptoglobin vials to the top hunters we had anticipated. Now we could save Nozomi. Rush! After the battle, we rushed into Nozomi's room. Once there, we injected her with the commander's cryptoglobin without delay. Concentrated blood of 2 commanders took effect immediately. Look, everyone! Nozomi's regaining color in her face. Her wounds are starting to scab over. I had no idea we could use concentrated cryptoglobin as an analeptic, too. deathly pale Nozomi slowly but surely became healthier right in front of our eyes. Well, that's Nozomi saved, but also Moko now gone. Ding.
Get ready, prepare, be ready to go.
Shut up, Egg. This morning, my body still felt heavy and unrested because of the yesterday's tumultuous activities. Nozomi was severely injured by a commander, and Moko sacrificed herself to save us. One of the worst days of my life. The day the fate of the anti-sponsor alliance took a turn for the worse. Moko. There was no time for me to grieve her death yesterday, so all that sadness that I pushed down came bubbling to the surface this morning. I still couldn't believe how suddenly our mood maker had met her demise. Please let her be last. Be the last. I had to endure an irrational amount of a distressing situation for the last 48 days. I desperately hoped nothing bad would happen in the next 50. But the moment I made that wish... I could somehow feel in my bones that this call was going to lead to trouble. But I also knew I couldn't ignore the bell no matter how much I wanted to. That's just what great team leaders do, right, Moko? Reluctantly, I got up and opened the door. Talk to me. I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but... What now? Nozomi's condition suddenly deteriorated this morning. What? I thought she was doing better yesterday! The physical wounds have almost completely healed since we injected her with the concentrated cryptoglobin. However, other symptoms started showing up this morning. High fever, difficulty breathing, pale and clammy skin. All symptoms of an active viral infection, but I couldn't find any virus in her blood. I have no idea what's causing them. High fever and difficulty breathing? The pieces immediately clicked into place in my head. It must be rejection symptoms. Rejection? What are you talking about? Well, Nozomi's different from us. Time to tell everything. I guess now. Something like graft versus host disease, then. That commander's blood we injected yesterday is starting to attack the host's body. Yeah, her body isn't compatible with cryptoglobin. I should have thought of that before we injected her with it yesterday. No need to be so hard on yourself. It was the best choice out of a dearth of options. So, how do we suppress these rejection symptoms? What's needed to suppress cryptoglobin rejection symptoms is more cryptoglobin.
In the experiments, we were looking for a way to reduce rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. My mom transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped.
We'll have to kill another commander and get her to absorb their cryptoglobin if we want to save Nozomi. But there are only 2 commanders left. Where will we even find them? There's no time. We have to go out and look for them right now. I grabbed my infuser and was about to fly out of the room when... Wait, talk to me. Yugamu pulled me back by the collar of my shirt and almost knocked the wind out of me. There's no need to go out and send yourself to an untimely death when we already have a commander right here with us. Oh, God. I almost forgot, but in a way I feel like I was forgetting on purpose. Ava. We do? Yes, someone extremely pliant and well-behaved, unlike the other commanders. I have a feeling she may even offer her blood without a fight, sparing us the need to kill her. A commander like that doesn't exist. I suddenly realized who he was talking about. He was right. We did have a commander right here with us. In a courtyard prison cell. Ava may be willing to share some of her blood with us. Please?
I'm absolutely not giving anyone my blood.
Despite explaining the situation to Ava and asking her to share some of the blood with us, I was rejected coldly. Please, we really need your blood to save Nozomi.
Have you not been listening to a word I said? The god we worship prohibits the consumption of divine blood. I would no longer be a servant of God if I violate this commandment.
I did in fact vaguely recall her saying something like that.
The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments.
It's just this once. Surely your god wouldn't get that angry.
Don't be stupid. Once is all that's needed. There are no second chances. That is what faith means.
It seemed like it would be impossible to convince the devout Ada to break her faith. Unless... Ava, if you agree to give us some of your blood, I'll give you the key to your prison cell. You said you have a daughter, right? Her name's Commune or something? Think about it. You can free yourself and go see your beloved Commune again.
I can't believe you're trying to exploit my love for my daughter to your own benefit.
You disappoint me. I'm in no position to be picky about my methods. I need your blood to save Nozomi. Please, Ava, please save my friend. Ava lowered her eyes as an agonized look spread over her face, like she was trying to process a difficult thought. Very well. You can have some of my blood. Ava, but I can't be the one to hand it over. You'll have to take it from me yourself. I was pinned down and forced to give up some of my blood after putting up a valiant fight. Can that be the official story? Yeah, let's go with that. It was probably the best compromise she could make based on Ava's faith. We have to bring Nozomi here for that scenario to work. Barley licked the cage with help from Yugama and the others. Can you walk, Nozomi?
Where's... Moko? Must save her.
Nozomi was delirious from her fever. She was still living through the battle of that day, still trying to save her friend. Thanks for agreeing to help, Ava. Now Nozomi will have a fine chance thanks to you.
Dispense with that, the formalities, and move her inside the cage quickly.
When he went into the cage, Ava took off the suit she was usually clad in. She exposed her neck, probably to make it easier for Nozomi to suck her blood.
Does anyone have a blade to cut my neck with?
At that moment, Yugama took out his knife and made it a thin cut on Ava's neck with it. Blood started trickling from the wound.
Nozomi, here.
Nozomi, here, bind Ava's neck. You'll feel better after drinking her blood. We pushed Nozomi closer to Ava and positioned her lips near Ava's neck. And then... Nozomi bit on Ava's neck and started sucking her blood ravenously. She might have instinctively felt that she would get better by drinking this blood.
She's drinking too, much!
Nozomi was so focused on drinking up the blood, she had literally latched herself onto Ava's neck. As soon as she said that...
Mom, I'm sorry.
She blurted out something completely unexpected.
I'm sorry for falling sick so easily. Don't worry, though.
Aww.
I can still go on. I'll help you and make sure your experiment goes well. So, it's okay. I can handle the injections, even if I'm not feeling well.
Aww.
Let me help, Mom. I'll be useful. So, please, don't die!
Nozomi?
Absorbing Ava's blood might have overstimulated her, and she was clearly confused. She seemed to have mistaken Ava for her mother and kept crying and pleading for her to not die. She was likely remembering how her mother had killed herself after her cryptoglobin project was shut down.
You're being experimented on by your own mother? No! Do not agree to it! You'll just end up hurting yourself!
Ava was making desperate attempts to warn the tearful Nozomi, frantically telling her not to go along with the experiments. It almost seemed like she was talking directly to Nozomi in the past. Could it be that Ava was seeing into her memories?
No! Mom! Don't go! Don't leave me!
She's no mother to you. No daughter should be expected to make sacrifices for her mother.
Nozomi and Ava held each other tightly and cried loudly until suddenly... they both fell unconscious at the same time. The next morning, I immediately headed to the courtyard as soon as I woke up. Nozomi was resting in her room, and while I was concerned about her, she was being well tended to by Tsubasa and Kyoshika. Ava, on the other hand, was alone in her cage. As her caretaker, it was my duty to look after her. Morning, Ava. How are you feeling?
Like absolute crap. That's how. How much blood do you think I lost yesterday?
One glance, and I could tell Ava was borderline anemic. Maybe I should bring her some iron supplements later.
My dear Nozomi's drank me like I was a pack of fruit juice. I'll have to lecture her about her table manners later.
Huh? Ava's affectionate tone of voice was throwing me off a little off kilter. Ava, did you just call her my dear Nozomi?
I did. What's wrong with that?
I'm not trying to say it's wrong.
Don't you give up pet names to your relatives? That's how we do things around here, at least.
When did Nozomi become your relative?
What do you mean? She consumed my blood. We're literally blood relatives now.
Well, some people would see things that way, I suppose. This had to be some sort of cultural gap. Wait, school invaders have culture?
Takumi, I relived Nozomi's life yesterday. I saw every scene of Nozomi's past in vivid detail, as if I was there.
I thought it might have been something like that. Directly consuming Ava's blood briefly connected Nozomi's mind with hers.
I could not believe what I saw in her memories. She was experimented on by her very own mother.
Nozomi did tell me about that herself. Her mother had been researching cryptoglobin and she experimented on Nozomi.
There was so much fear, pain, and agony. Why wouldn't there be? They were basically injecting divine blood into the body of a still-growing child. It was cruel. Downright cruel.
What mother in her right mind would do such a thing to her own flesh and blood?
Ava punched the floor of the cage in genuine anger.
Nozomi didn't hate her mother despite what had been done to her. In fact, she blamed herself for not being useful enough. Even though she did nothing wrong at all. Such a meek and obedient girl she was. She loved her mother so much, and what did that ungrateful woman do? Instead of reciprocating Nozomi's love, she went and hanged herself.
Her mother hanged herself, huh? The person who discovered her dead body was probably...
Foolish woman. So what if your project failed? You have a daughter who loved you so much. What else did you need?
Yeah, she was a fool. Sorry, I'm just looking...
Children are innocent creatures full of unconditional love for their parents. And Nozomi still loves her mother, even if that love will never be reciprocated. If she were my dear daughter, I would protect her with my life.
Just then...
Hey! Good morning, Ava. And Takumi.
Zomi, you're feeling better already.
Yeah, I made a complete recovery thanks to Ava's blood. Ava, I'm here to thank you for saving my life. I don't remember the details, but I heard I drank a lot of your blood. Sorry about all the stress I put you through. You're looking kind of pale. Is it because of what I did? I didn't give you my blood because I wanted to save you. I did it for myself. Still, I'm thankful, and I'll definitely repay you. You protected me, and now it's my turn to protect you. This time...
Nozomi?
I'll protect you.
Mommy?
Mommy? Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
It didn't seem like a simple case of mistaken identity to me. Huh, that's weird. It seems something very strange has happened to both Nozomi and Ava as a result of Nozomi taking the cryptoglobin in the way she did. Could it be that, just like how Ava felt empathy for Nozomi, Nozomi was feeling empathy for Ava as well? Huh.
Takumi, if you don't mind, I'd like to be Ava's caretaker from now on. Since she's feeling unwell because of me, it's only right that I be the one to nurse her back to health.
That's nice of you to offer, but Ava's leaving today. That was a condition for giving you blood.
About that, actually, I've decided to stay for a little while longer. It's too dangerous for me to be wandering around outside when I'm not in top condition. I'll care for you until I get better. I can whip up a pretty nutritious porridge dish. That's all then, Takumi. I'll take that key.
Hey, wait! Zombie snatched the key to the hut out of my hands and clutched it tightly with a smile on her face.
You can count on me. I know exactly what a recovering patient needs. I'm a veteran of this frail and sickly thing, after all.
Zombie's excitement was somehow making me feel all the more uneasy about the situation. I could only hope that what she felt for Ava was purely gratitude and nothing more. I don't know. I don't know.
Get ready. You're in all. I'll give them.
Shut up, Egg. And thus began our 50th day at the Academy, and the 8th day of round 2 of the Invader Hunt. I'd called for the members of the Alliance to gather in my room for a meeting first thing in the morning, in order to discuss the future of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. Losing Moko was a painful blow. We'll never stop grieving her. But we can't lose ourselves to despair. Moko didn't sacrifice herself for us to do that. She desperately wanted us to keep living. Hey, Moko is a woman of integrity. She always puts our interests ahead of our own.
By living on like she wanted us to, we become living proof that Moko made a mark on this world.
That's right. We have to keep living. And for us to do that, Yugami, how are the preparations for the assassination coming along? Smoothly. I have it on good authority, mine really, that the spawns will be dead and buried before round 3 begins, exactly as I planned. Good. That means our objective remains the same. We need to stay out of last place so that none of us get executed. To just survive. That's our only objective. Let's work toward that goal as a team. In my encouragement, everybody agreed with loud and firm voices. Moko was no longer with us, but we can still help each other go on. Victory will be ours as long as we survived round 2. But there was just one thing I was concerned about.
So talk to me. Lady Nozomi did not show up for the meeting.
She wasn't in her room. She's most likely bringing breakfast to Ava. Nozomi had been spending a lot of time with Ava since yesterday. Even though this was a critical period for us. I'll go get her. The rest of you can return to your rooms and prepare for the hunt. After dismissing the group, I headed to the cage in the courtyard, and there I saw... What?
Say Nozomi, I can feed myself.
Sure you can. But there's no need to act tough
What?
around me. Come on, say
Yeah.
What's going on here, Nozomi?
Oh, morning, Takumi. Can't you tell? I'm nursing Ava back to health. I made a special convalescent omelet porridge. It's super effective.
Nozomi's home cooking. I should gotta have some too. No, wait! Why is she making special food for a captured prisoner?
Do you like it, Ava? I could do with less salt, and just less seasoning in general. Your cooking skills need some work, Nozomi. Oh, come on. You're being too harsh on me. I spent a lot of time aim on this, you know. Flattery benefits no one. Start working on those cooking skills now, or you'll never be able to get married. Who cares about getting married? There you go, being stubborn again. Never mind. Giving my second mouthful now before the food cools. See? It's edible after all.
What was I looking at? Some wholesome scene from a slice of life soap opera? Ava was treating Nozomi like her child, but that was because she had given Nozomi some of her blood. As for Nozomi, she seemed to have developed a sort of kinship with Ava all of a sudden. Actually, this wasn't just kinship, more like... Nozomi, we're all going outside to earn some points after this. You should come along.
Huh? Sorry, Takumi. I'm not going outside today. I don't feel completely well yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did just recover from your sickness. You should rest today. She's gonna die, isn't she?
Yeah, please let the others know as well.
Well, we have 7 more days until the end of round 2. One day shouldn't hurt. After that, we went outside without Nozomi to earn some points. She's gonna die. She's not gonna get any points anymore, is she? Not gonna bother at all.
Any itchy spots I can help you with today, madam?
The top of my head, maybe. Yes, that's the spot. Nozomi, you sure know how to make a woman feel pampered.
Your scalp feels really stiff, madam. Shall I give you a head massage?
And that was the scene I was presented with when I went to the courtyard this morning to fetch Nozomi. Nozomi, what's going on this time?
I'm washing Ava's hair for her. She's sick and needs some help with her hygiene. I feel so refreshed. A prisoner getting a spa day is simply unheard of. This is pure bliss.
Nozomi is becoming way too attached to someone who was basically being held captive. Unfazed by my astonishment, Nozomi started blow-drying Ava's hair cheerfully. She smiled so happily, like an ordinary little girl. In the end, Nozomi didn't join us for that day's hunt either. Yeah, she's dead. Well, pack it up. She's gone. And that's why I think Nozomi's becoming way too attached to Ava. When the Alliance gathered in my room first thing in the morning, we started discussing Nozomi's recent behavior. I feel like this has gone beyond her mere gratitude to Ava for saving her life. What's making Nozomi so obsessed with Ava? Maybe it was because she consumed Ava's blood directly by mouth while also being in physical contact with her. Unspoken biological data was somehow shared, and a strong bond was forged from that. That's quite likely. Ava even admitted that she saw Nozomi's memories. Maybe Nozomi saw Ava's memories as well? Such sophisticated concepts are beyond me, but I do observe that Lei Nozomi seems to be seeking a mother figure in her life. A mother figure? Lei Nozomi has the tendency to be drawn towards women who are intrinsically maternal. Take Lei Moko, for example. When the two of them were together, Lei Nozomi would always exude great joy. Moko is very definition of maternal. Or should I say a mother hen? So in order to fill the void Moko left behind, Nozomi's become attached to Ava, someone who is equally as motherly. Alright, I think that's enough psychoanalyzing Nozomi for today. The more important thing is, how do we get her away from Ava and convince her to return to the battlefield? As things stand now, there are two methods we can try. The first is to drive Ava out of the academy immediately. The second is to just kill her on the spot.
No killing. I feel bad if we did that.
And how do you feel about Nozomi's precarious position on the leaderboard? She's currently second to last. It won't be long before she falls into last place if she keeps refusing to take part in the hunt. Yagami was right. Nozomi didn't have much time left to rectify the situation. If she kept fawning over on Ava and being unreasonable at joining the hunt, we might eventually have to take drastic measures. I'll go talk to her one more time. Ask her to think seriously about earning more points so that we can survive the second round together. So I head to the courtyard to do just that. I thought I would be greeted by the sight of Nozomi playing house with Ava again. However...
I hate you, Ava! You're just trying to be mean now!
What is happening?
I am not! Everything I said was for your own good!
Stepping into the courtyard, I immediately heard loud bickering coming from the direction of the cage.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't know anything about me!
Wait, Nozomi. I'm not done yet.
Nozomi ran from her cage and straight out of the courtyard with tears in her eyes. Am I interrupting something? I quickly went over to the cage to ask Ava what had happened. What happened, Ava? I saw Nozomi crying.
Yes, because I told her what needed to be said.
And what was that?
I told her frankly her mother was a piece of incorrigible trash and that she should stop loving someone like that.
That's a really sensitive topic for her, Ava. She's been struggling with her feelings for her mother. Of course she'd be upset to hear you say all that.
So you don't think her mother's a piece of trash? We're talking about someone who subjected her own daughter to live experimentation, you know?
No, but that's not what I meant.
The waste of breath who ended herself after her project was shut down without sparing a single thought for the daughters she tortured through those very experiments.
Jesus Christ. What is that? Okay, when you put it like that, this is... What is... This is not a situation I really want to touch with a 10-foot pole. Still, it wasn't what you said, but how you said it.
Someone had to tell her the ugly truth, or else their pain would never end. Nozomi still loves her mother, so she blames herself for her mother's suicide. Poor girl. I must free her from this suffering.
It's true that telling Nozomi the truth would be good for her in the long run. But people usually avoided such conversations. Nobody wanted to be hated by their friends. You're so strong. Aren't you afraid she might hate you? Ava?
Does she hate me now?
I don't know.
She probably hates me now. I made her cry. I'm always like this. Even with commune, I get agitated and I'd say things I shouldn't, and then we get into a big fight. Someone like me is just not cut out to be a parent. Takumi, do you happen to have some alcohol lying around? Drown my sorrows with me tonight.
Okay. What? What just happened?
And teach me the right way to raise Nozomi.
Why would there be alcohol lying around? Telling the truth as it was and then bursting in tears afterwards. Talk about mood swings. I was about to say, what's happening? Why'd she ever become a commander? I'll go check on Nozomi. I head for Nozomi's room with the intention of using this chance to drive a wedge between her and Ava. We're in the middle of a war and killing game. This is no time for anyone to be playing happy families with a prisoner. I feel like this is also going to work terribly.
Oh, Takumi. I'm sorry you had to see all that just now.
Yeah, about that. What happened, actually? Do you mind telling me? I need to keep tabs on everyone because I'm technically team leader, so...
No, I don't mind. This might take a while to come in. I need someone to vent to right now, anyway.
Nozomi gestured for me to step inside her room and then... Uh-oh. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
And then Ava was so mean to me. She wouldn't stop playing about the soup I spent so much time making. She said it was bland, tasteless, and needed more seasoning. And to top it off, she said nobody would ever marry me if I kept cooking like this. She's so old-fashioned. Things like that don't matter these days.
I listened to Nozomi vent for much longer than I expected. I was honestly surprised to see this side of her. I've always pegged her as the grounded, long-suffering type who never complained.
I could deal with her grumbling about me, but this time she went after my mother. She called her a trashy researcher who experimented on her own daughter. Wasn't that mean of her? She doesn't even know the whole story.
Yeah, that was mean of her. She went too far. I decided to use this as an opportunity to drive a wedge between the two of them. I'm not surprised she's so heartless. She's a true-blood school invader. She's only acting human like to lull us into a false sense of security before she...
Don't you dare talk about Ava like that.
She raised her voice so suddenly I thought my eardrums might burst. What's gone into you? You started talking bad about her first.
I have the right, but I won't stand here for hearing anyone else speak ill of her.
Playing about her and then turning around to desperately defend her? It's almost like Nozomi thought she was... You're being weird, Nozomi. Ava's not related to you or anything. I know you're emotionally attached to her because she saved your life, but there have to be boundaries. This is neither the time or place to be playing family with an invader. You'll die if you don't start focusing on the hunting game now. Nozomi lowered her eyes sadly, but I had no intention of holding back. I will keep urging her to stop the charade until she comes to her senses. The night I received Ava's blood, I had a dream. What dream? A dream where I relived Ava's life. So I was right. Nozomi saw Ava's memories too. Ava never wanted to become a soldier, but she had to live up to the expectations of those around her because she was born with the power of cryptoglobin. Elevated to the status of a hero, she fought battle after battle while thinking in her heart, if only I could just hurry up and die. I was surprised to learn that Ava felt that way. However, she stopped trying to seek death after one fateful day. The day she adopted her daughter. Commune. Yeah, Commune. She's the daughter of Ava's dead older brother, so she is technically her niece. Ava's life changed completely after she adopted Commune. No! Nozomi grabbed a pen and started drawing what looked like a face in a notebook. Was this the Commune we were talking about? Commune was a bright young prodigy and refused to listen to Ava at first. She would mock Ava disrespectfully and cause her a lot of headaches. Ava was about to give up. She had no idea how to handle Commune. Until one night, Ava found Commune secretly crying by herself. She wailed and cried for her mommy and daddy, just like a normal child. No, Commune had always been a normal child. Once Ava realized that, she held Commune in a tight embrace and made a promise. She promised to put aside Commune's status as a child prodigy and treat her as the same way as a real parent would. She promised to love her to the end, like she was her own flesh and blood. That must be why Ava was so desperate to keep living, even if it meant being taken prisoner. She didn't want to leave Commune alone in the world. Ava's feelings for her daughter are genuine. That's why I felt comfortable enough speaking my mind to her. I should have been that way with Mom. If I'd just been honest with her about my feelings, she wouldn't have... I know you feel guilty about what happened to your mother, and I won't deny the affection you feel for Ava is real. But can't you do that after surviving the second round? You're in second to last place at the moment. One wrong move and you'll be executed. So please, Nozomi, join the game tomorrow and start earning some points. Nozomi, why won't you look at me? I've misunderstood the school invaders. I used to think that they were nothing but heartless monsters. They're not. They have family and loved ones too. Like the ones I saw on Ava's memories. And that's why... She looked at me with determination and said...
That's why I won't fight the invaders anymore.
I had a feeling that was coming.
I will be the one to die in the second round.
Welp. Well. Day 53. And Takumi exploded.
Do not be absurd, Lady Nozomi. You mustn't be the one to die. You have to reconsider, Nozomi. We'll all be safe as long as we survive the second round.
In the end, I visited Nozomi's room with Tsubasa and Kyoshika in tow. I asked them for help to dissuade Nozomi from her decision, but...
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not changing my mind.
Nozomi stood firm in her decision, and eventually, her name on the leaderboard fell to last place. Well. This is bad. This is really, really bad.
Why does it seem like everything that can go wrong is going wrong?
Is there no way for us to convince Lady Nozomi to change her mind? Nozomi was hiding in Ava's cage today with no intention of joining in the hunt. She was already in the last place and would be executed by the sponsor at this rate.
The second round lasts until day 57, right? That's just 4 more days, including today.
We should just force her to come with us whenever she wants, whether she wants to or not.
Of course, if we can drag her into the hunting ground.
Yeah, even if she doesn't participate in any battles, she'll still gain some points through the point sharing system. There's a way to gain points without laying a finger on any invaders. Anyone present during a battle receives a percentage of the points earned. Alright, we'll head back to school, grab Nozomi, stuff her in a bag, and drag her out.
I volunteer to be the one to bind up Lady Nozomi. I'll make him look absolutely perfect in a diamond body harness. TMI about your bondage fetishes. Let's just hurry up.
Okay. It would be heavy-handed, but I wasn't beyond stooping to morally ambiguous actions to save a friend. That was how desperate I was feeling at the moment. But we were so focused on saving Nozomi that we failed to realize something very important. Desperation was the name of the game for everyone right now, and that included Takimaru's team. The moment we entered the courtyard after returning to school, we were greeted by an unbelievable sight. Uh-oh.
What?
Oh dear. Nozomi was covered in blood. She stood in front of Ava's cage with her weapon in hand, confronting Ima and Kako.
Miss Kirafuji!
Oh dear.
Are you ever going to move out of the way? We have business with Ava, not you. My dear sister needs to take her life to secure her position.
Well then.
Imagine how many points we can gain by dragging a commander outside and killing her. Won't you spare a thought for my dear sister's life?
This is going to hell in a handbasket real fast.
Please, Nozomi! Give me the key to the cage! I don't want to die!
No. I'm not letting you have her.
Oh dear.
Just run away, Nozomi. You'll die if you lose any more blood. I'll be fine. Get away and heal yourself. I can't. I'm not running away. This time. This time.
Oh dear.
This time.
She's completely lost it.
This time, I'm going to protect Mom.
She's completely lost it.
What do you lily-livered cowards think you're doing to Lady Nozomi? Nozomi, are you okay? Guys, please protect Ava with me.
Ah, crap. She collapsed on the spot as soon as she had finished her sentence. We ran over to her and turned around to face Takimaru's team.
What?
Hey, care to explain what's going on? What happened to your policy against hitting women, huh? What's wrong? Say something!
I ain't got no choice. Ima and Kako are under my protection now. I gotta step up. Kako's in deep shit and desperate times call for desperate measures. You getting me? I'd stop at nothing to save the ass of those belonging to me. Even if I have to kill Nozomi, I'll fucking do it.
Something broke in my head at that moment. Or it may have been the sound of me severing my bonds with Takimaru's team. I thought you were better than this. But now I know you're just trash. Somewhere deep down, I still had a hope that I could perhaps reconcile with Takimaru and the others someday. But now that possibility had been completely crushed. This place is too small. Let's sell this in the schoolyard. The winner gets to decide what to do with Ava. What do you say?
Hell yeah. Bring it on, Takumi. You know I hate being around the blight bush. Always knew it'd come down to a raw fistfight between you and me one day. And that day's today.
Ava, take care of Nozomi till we're done. Let her drink some of your cryptoglobin if you're up for it.
I will. Bring her to me, quickly.
We left Nozomi with Ava and moved to the schoolyard, where the battle between friends began.
Don't hold back just because they're friends. They're out for our blood.
Not if we spill theirs
Oh
first.
boy.
We can just use the revival-matic if anyone dies, but the idea of killing a friend is
Not here, though.
still uncomfortable.
Anyone lifting a finger against a maiden belongs to the lowest rung of existence in the warrior code. The holy Jumanji's blade shall smite all such lowlifes. Prepare for divine punishment.
Oh boy.
My turn! Let's go! This should do it. My turn!
Well, I could just kill you two right off the
Here we
bat.
go!
They're better than I thought.
Let's go!
Later, you two.
Sorry.
Say when! Trash!
Let us begin.
I'm in bad shape.
All right, Kako, can you kill 4 allies within a single turn?
I'll give it all I've
Oh,
got.
that might help. Let's see.
I can't move.
Let's do this!
Oh, Kako, you make me laugh sometimes.
I'm in bad shape.
My turn!
I can't go on.
Stop hurting Ava and Nozomi. After our victory, we brought Takimaru's, Ima's, and Kaku's bodies to the Revivomatic. Once the revival process started, we hurried back to the courtyard to check on Nozomi's injuries. There we saw...
It's okay, Nozomi. You'll be okay.
Okay.
Come on, drink my blood.
Ava was trying to share some of her blood with Nozomi. Nozomi was in a stupor, but she frantically suckled on Ava's blood as directed, looking almost like a nursing child.
I protected you.
Nozomi cried as she held tightly onto Ava.
I protected you this time, Mom. I've always wanted to protect you.
I appreciate it, Nozomi. But there's no need for you to do that anymore. It's the duty of a mother to protect her daughter, and never the other way around. So promise me, you'll protect yourself from now on, because you are my beloved daughter.
Aww. After that, we carried an unconscious Nozomi to her room and called on Yugamu to treat her. We were deeply indebted to Ava for saving Nozomi's life more than once. But now that this had happened, we couldn't let her stay in the school for much longer. So we decided to... It's time to go, Ava. This is good enough. Thank you for seeing me off. Okay. Farewell, Ava. We released Ava from her cage that very day and allowed her to leave the school.
Here, some food and water for your journey ahead.
And your mask as well. As a gift from your daughter, right?
I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me. I didn't think I would ever be able to return home alive. What are your plans, Ava? Will you rejoin the invader army? No, I can't go back to being a soldier. I failed to carry out my infiltration and even got captured. The army views me as a shameful traitor now. Infiltration mission? You see, there's a bomb inside my body. My mission was to get close to everyone as a captive, and then blow myself up, taking all of you with me. All of us? Including yourself? What's the point of that? I had no choice but to agree to it. My daughter's future was at stake.
Kane's future.
My daughter is a young prodigy. She's already made a name for herself as a scientist despite her tender age. Unfortunately, her bright mind attracted the attention of the army. They forcibly appointed her as a military researcher and made her develop fearsome weapons for them day in and day out. In order to free her from that anguish, I had to help bring an end to this war.
And killing us all would have done that?
But weren't you afraid? You were going to die as well. I didn't mind. I knew I would grant my daughter the freedom she so deserved. And I was prepared to die for that, wearing the mask that she had made for me. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't kill you. Because I gained one more daughter here.
Ava chose to abandon her suicide mission after growing close to Nozomi. As a result, she no longer had a place in the army. Ava, do you have anywhere to go?
You don't have to worry about that. I prepared a safe house specifically for situations like this. My daughter and I will be hiding there for a while. I was hoping I could bring my other daughter along with me as well, but I don't suppose you would agree to it.
Nope. Sorry, but that won't be happening. Nozomi's a precious friend of ours.
That's a shame.
Ava looked down with a tearful expression. Parting with Nozomi was clearly painful for her.
Nozomi will be sad to see you suddenly gone when she wakes up.
Yeah, but it's not like this is goodbye forever. We'll meet again someday, as long as we're all still living.
Indeed. I'm sure we will meet again. If the war comes to an end someday, I'll certainly be inviting Nozomi to my house.
Tell Nozomi that I'll come back for her.
No. With those parting words, Ava left Last Defense Academy. Turning around several times to stare wistfully at the school as she did. at the very least, this now gives Nozomi a reason to kill invaders so she can go see her other mother again, right? Right, game? Tell me the truth.
Ava left.
Nozomi woke up 2 days later thanks to everyone's round-the-clock care. She didn't seem too upset when told that Ava had left the school.
That's great. Now she'll be able to reunite with Commune. Families should always stick together. I'm really happy for her. I'm sorry we released her while you were asleep, Nozomi. Don't be. It was about time I gave her back to Commune. As long as she's happy, I have no regrets. Now I can die in peace.
She said she'll come back for you.
What?
She's determined to reunite with you again one day. Oh, and to adopt you as her daughter, too.
Ava wants to adopt me?
Huh?
She would be so heartbroken, thinking she could reunite with her daughter one day, only to learn that you had already been killed. Nozomi, are you really going to die and leave her behind? Surely you, of all people, would understand what it feels like to be left behind by a beloved relative. Are you really going to inflict that same pain onto Ava?
Please, Nozomi, can't you put your feelings aside for now and join the hunt for the 2 remaining days? I'd be sad if you died too, you know.
Nozomi was silent. She seemed to be thinking hard about something. She must have been weighing her options in her heart. Would her resistance to killing invaders outweigh her desire to see Ava again? After what seemed like forever, Nozomi finally came to a decision.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll rejoin the hunt again so that I can see Ava again.
We immediately spring into action. Started gathering in how to get Nozomi out of last place. The main issue is the point difference between Nozomi and Kako in 8th place. Nozomi stopped hunting for a whole week, so the gap is bound to be significant.
And we need to close that gap by tomorrow.
Kako would be frantically trying to gain more points as well. It was unlikely we could close the existing gap as using the usual hunting methods. Was there a way for us to earn a large amount of points quickly? Or were our hands tied? If only there was a nest of meta slimes congealing somewhere nearby. Those blobs are perfect for EXP farming. I know, they really are.
That's not the sort of game we're discussing right now, Kiyoshika.
But it is a fun game, though. Maybe I should play that game sometime. Or at least one of those games. Wait, that's it!
But what?
Of course, if the enemy will come to us, we'll just have to go to them. We can attack one of their bases. There should be a commander there, and they'll be worth a lot of points. Sounds like you had a particular base in mind. Yeah, we infiltrated and destroyed it in my future. That's why I'm sure we'll find a commander there. If we kill them, the points will come rolling in. Where's the base located? Southwest of school. If memory serves, I roughly remember how to get there. It's quite the distance away, but it shouldn't take long if we take the school bus.
It's too dangerous to just walk into an enemy base. I'm not worth the risk.
You absolutely are. Every warrior aspires to lay down their life for a friend in need. In fact, why are we not leaving now?
I'll drive. Help me get it ready, guys.
Drag. Throw Nozomi in the bus. Go.
Engine's good to go. Tires are ready for the road. Hop on board, everyone.
So you're climbing on the bus.
Well, you think you're going, Takumi?
Oh, shit. Takamaru, what are you doing here?
Hey! Saw y'all running around like chickens with your heads cut off. Knew you had to be up to something, so I watched you. And here I am. Hey! So where are y'all headed? Where there's a commander, I bet. Take us with you. I ain't letting you guys hog all the points for yourselves.
Buzz off, Takamaru. Unless you want me to kill you again. Max capacity for this bus is 5, so I'm afraid we can't take more passengers. Begone, foul fools! Your wretched feet would pollute the floor of this bus. We stood protectively in front of the bus as we faced Takimaru. I'd watch my tone if I were you.
Hey!
What makes you think we'll just let this bus leave if you weren't allowed on it?
Maybe I'll shoot out the tires with my rifle.
Yaman Kako popped up from behind the bus. I hadn't noticed him at all.
Sorry, Takumi. You ain't the only ones fighting against time here. Unless on the bus, or the bus never leaves the school. Pick your poison.
We got us backed into a corner holding the bus hostage like that. Guess we have no choice but to take him with us. But that defeats the whole purpose. If everybody hunts in the same place, we'll all get more or less the same points. Nothing to do but leave it to fate now. We're just going to have to massacre every enemy that moves and pray that Nozomi gets the most points. Damn it, why is this always happening to us? Every time it seemed like things were going our way, something would always come along and kick us back to square one. Takamaru, just so you know, our destination is an enemy base, where we expect them to throw us a rather fiery, unwelcome party.
Bring it on, I say. I'll wipe the floor with their asses and rack up more points than y'all can count.
Wipe the floor with whatever you want, as long as it's not us. Let's call a truce until the base is destroyed. The condition is simple. Friendly fire is strictly prohibited, and we'll help each other in battle so that no one from our side dies. We have a deal? Sounds fair to me, and we're all about fairness here, aren't we?
Infighting is a recipe for disaster, especially in enemy territory.
Fine. You got yourselves a deal. Now make space for us already. Hey! That enemy base will never know what hit him. Ima, Kako, get ready to kick some serious ass.
Oh boy. Wait. I wonder. Is the commander here Quinsley? If so, then Nozomi might be fine. Oh my, it's bigger than I expected. If it's Quinsley, then you know why I think it'll be fine, because Nozomi's is definitely going to be the one to have to make the turret again. And the point distribution is based on who makes the biggest contribution. I guarantee you that using the sentry will give her majority points.
All the better to fuck it up. Come on, Hima, Kako, speak the shit out of every last one of them.
Hey, wait, it's too dangerous to just charge in like that. First, let's whittle down their forces as much as we can without being noticed. Then when they get spooked, we strike them all at once.
Sounds like a pain in the ass to me.
Listen, this is a stealth mission. Don't make any loud noises. If you really need to talk, lower your... Ava! Oh, shh. Nozomi, lower your voice. Tsubasa quickly put a hand on the agitated Nozomi to quiet her. My, it's not every day I get to hear Nozomi scream. I just sense Ava's presence. She's probably somewhere in the base. Ava can't be in this base. She should have gone back to her daughter. It's Aura. It definitely belongs to Ava. I just know. What's she doing here? Don't tell me. They captured her? Stay calm, Lady Nozomi. Take slow deep breaths. Again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's the LeMay's technique for labor pains. Was Nozomi right? Was Ava really at the space? No, wait. It didn't matter. Whether she was here or not, that wouldn't change what we had to do. Nozomi, forget about Ava right now and focus on hunting down enemies to gain points. But... Press the pause button on your stubborn streak while we're here, Nozomi. You do understand the rest of us are risking our lives for you, right? Don't trample on our sincere desire to keep you alive. Nozomi lowered her head, visibly deflated at Yugamu's chiding. I felt for her, but she needed to hear those words. Right, let's do this. Let the contest begin, and the best hunter win. No. No stabs. It's kind of weird to have Kako, Ima, and Takimaru on the team again. Skip battle. Again, if I'm right that Quinsley is here, then Nozomi's fine.
What is this, a newbie map? These small fries ain't moving the needle on our scores at all. Oh, command.
Yoo-hoo!
Your mother was a Tanuki and your father wears tacky eyeshadow.
What?
Sheesh. You don't have better insults?
Be
Tanuki?
careful what you wish for.
Damned command.
Is it Quinsley? There he is! The flying whale!
Oh, great. This guy.
Nozomi!
Bastard is flying around in the goddamn air!
How obnoxious.
Yep.
Last time.
Huh?
Yeah.
Then I'll do it. Nozomi,
Make it.
I'll just...
I've seen this dialogue before. Yeah, I think Nozomi's gonna be fine in points because the system says that whoever makes the biggest contribution gets the most points. Again, I don't know about you, but I think taking the commander down with the turret and immobilizing them basically is probably gonna give you the most amount of points. That's just an assumption, though. Bye, Quinsley. Repulsion.
This one's got killers. No. If he had died from that blow just now,
He ain't got nothing on it.
No, I think you two are already screwed. Again, assuming assuming that I'm thinking of the system right, then Nozomi should have the most points gained from this for shooting down the commander.
The pain, it hurts. Why would you do something so cruel?
This isn't how I want things to go either. I commit enough murders without love doing my day job.
Do you really think nothing of doing such horrific things? We would have had peace here if you hadn't come and attacked.
We attacked you this time, but you guys were the attackers all the other times.
What are you talking about? You were the ones who attacked us first.
Huh? Yep.
Hey!
Deciding who's to kill this guy. Kill? You're going to kill me? No, stop. I'm not ready to die. Just roll over and give up, bastard. You're dying today whether you're ready or not.
But by whom?
Takamaru, can we all just agree to let Nozomi deal a finishing blow this time? She's in last place and will be executed if she doesn't gain any more points.
Shut the fuck up. Kaga's not doing so well on the leaderboard either, so I say we let her have the kill.
If Nozomi hadn't blasted Chimera out of the sky, we would have all been dead by now.
It's only right that the MVP of the battle has the right to the most valuable part of the spoils. It's nice that all of you are being so concerned about Miss Kirifuji, but she's not even here, you know.
Huh? Oh. Where's she gone? Wait, I think I know.
I just sense Ava's presence. She's probably somewhere in the base.
Well, she went looking for Ava. I'll go find her. Don't you dare finish off that commander before I get back. Nozomi! Where are you? There you are.
Ava, talk to me, Ava.
I saw Nozomi trying to rouse a groggy-looking Ava in her arms. Ava was really here.
Where am I? Thank goodness you're awake.
Why am I here?
I left your school and got captured on my way to the safe house. And then I wake up and now Nozomi's here. Nozomi!
The jolted Ava completely awake. She stared at her in astonishment.
Attack me as well. What are you two doing here?
I should be asking you that. Why are you even at the enemy outpost?
Unfortunately, I was discovered and caught by soldiers. Since I was a traitor who could not even sacrifice her life for the cause, I was brought here and interrogated mercilessly.
That's insane. How could they do that to you?
We are in the middle of a war, and everyone's trying to get a leg up in any way they can. But never mind me. What are you doing here?
To find you, of course.
Just being able to see you again has made my life worth living.
Nozomi had clearly given up on her will to live. The non-stop killing had taken a toll on her.
You came here to find me. By the way, Nozomi, there's an infirmary somewhere deep in the space. Could you be a dear and fetch me some bandages and painkillers from there? My whole body aches.
Of course, I'll be right back. Alright. Ava turned to me and looked me dead in the eye. I had a feeling.
Now tell me why you're really here.
Yep, I had a feeling. Okay. It's just how we ended up. How Nozomi was in last place, how we came here to pull her rank, defeated Squad 4, how Nozomi threw away her chance to deal the finishing blow. Takamaru's team has probably killed Quinsley by now. They have no reason to wait after all. That means Nozomi's position in last place is set in stone.
Then Nozomi will...
She'll be executed at midnight tomorrow.
No. Is there any way to stop the execution?
Not at all. The sponsor's way too strong. And not just that, we don't know how many bodies they have at their disposal. Yugama seemed to have an idea of how to defeat the sponsor permanently, but he still needed time to get that plan ready.
I'm not going to let Nozomi die! How can she continue to think of others even in the face of her own death? Sacrificing herself so that no one else has to get hurt. That's what love means to her. Her mother had demanded nothing but sacrifices from her. But despite all the sacrifice she made, Nozomi never received true love back from her mother. That poor girl. That poor baby. Now she has to die because of her kind heart. Where's the fairness in that?
Ava punched the ground again and again to vent her anger and frustration. It wasn't acceptable by any means. Neither the unjust death Nozomi was about to face, nor the adults who raised Nozomi to embrace that way of life. With tears in her eyes and breathing heavily, Ava tilted her head to look at the sky, almost as if she was praying to the heavens. While still in that position, her expression suddenly grew solemn, and then... she thrust her fingers into her own two eyes.
What are you doing? Stop it, you'll blind yourself!
The cries fell on deaf ears. Ava's fingers dug even deeper into her eye sockets. Until finally... What? She pulled her fingers out, along with something that looked like two small chips.
Did I scare you? The best place to hide something is just beneath your eyeballs. No one would think to look with it when doing a body search.
What are these? Chips?
I entrust them to you. Decipher the red one once you return to school. Give the blue one to the one whom it is to.
And who would that be?
Next up.
This time, Ava plunged her fingers in her mouth, reached deep down in her throat, and pulled out... What's this now? A bead?
This is a remote detonator. Press it to blow up the bomb. inside my body. Huh? As I mentioned before, there's a bomb in my body, and the detonator is hidden in the little finger of my left hand. I wouldn't be able to use that detonator if my hands and feet were restrained, right? So they hid another detonator in my stomach.
She pushed the bead-sized switch into my hand and made me hold it.
When Nozomi gets back, make her press the button firmly and tightly. I'll minimize the explosion using my powers so that you won't be hurt by the blast.
What? Huh? I muttered incoherently, unable to understand what she was trying to tell me to do. If the bomb in her body went off, Ava would... But you'll die!
Yes, I'm asking you to kill me. I'm one of the targets in this invader hunt, right? Killing me would surely move Nozomi out of last place.
That might save her, yes, but what's the point if you end up dying? You'll never see Commune again if you're dead.
I do so dearly wish I could see her again and hold her while we fell asleep, just like we used to. This is my unavoidable fate. How could I call myself a mother if I just sat back and watched my daughter die? It goes against my very being. I refuse to lose this warm and comfortable glow in my heart.
Ava was smiling brightly as she said those words.
I am Ava, the paragon of nature and champion of the masses. But this title has been too heavy for me to carry, for I have never been of the military sort.
I am Ava, mother of 2 girls.
No.
Now that's a title that sits right with me. To earn my title as mother, there's something I must do. I must teach Nozomi the meaning of true love and the strength of a real parent who never sacrifices her children to benefit herself.
Ava. Just then,
Sorry it took so long.
somebody came back with an armful of bandages and medicine bottles.
Sorry, which one of these are painkillers? I couldn't read labels, so I brought everything.
Ava glanced at me and gave a small nod, trying to signal to me with her eyes to do it now. Nozomi would gain time points if she killed Ava. Was this really the best choice? Would Nozomi ever be able to handle killing with her own hands someone she considered a mother figure? Was it even morally right for us to kill Ava, who had become our ally at this point? I decided I would... I know the right decision. I know what's technically the right decision. But just because I know what the right decision is doesn't mean I like it. Nor does it mean I have to choose it right now. I'm sorry. But I don't want to. No. I can't do it. I can't kill you, Ava.
You're not thinking clearly, Takumi. If you don't kill me now, Nozomi will die.
But I just can't. You're basically an ally to us at this point.
Listen to me. You need to do this for Nozomi. You must kill me. Press that button now.
As I figured.
You two, what's this killing stuff all about?
It's like this, Nozomi. Toro Ava offered.
You can't be serious, Ava. I would never kill you to keep myself alive. Just being able to see you again was good enough for me. I'm ready to die now. Do not speak of death so easily. A kind-hearted child like you deserves to keep on living. Say it again. Kill me now, quick, before it's too late.
Ava kept yelling at Nozomi to kill her, but Nozomi wouldn't give in.
You have to do it. You have to kill me. Why won't you listen to me?
Her loud shouts softly softened into anguished cries.
Please, Nozomi! Please, kill me!
Her desperate pleading was suddenly interrupted by another voice.
You want to die so much, Ava? You won't mind if I kill you myself then.
Takamaru!
Didn't think Ava would be here too.
We get to hunt down 2 commanders at once. Lucky us.
The squad 4 commander's already dead. Killing Ava too will put us in a safe spot for a long time to come.
Damn it, I forgot about him. Should have known these point grubbers might find Ava as well. Yeah! Sorry, Takamaru, but if it's Ava, you'll have to get through me first.
I've been wanting to get revenge for what you did anyway. You're not getting away this time, Ava.
Takamaru, please, you can't kill Ava. She has a daughter. You really want that innocent girl an orphan?
Made a last-ditch attempt to appeal to Takamaru's compassion, but to no avail.
Come get some, Takumi.
Oh boy.
Takumi!
Nozomi!
Halfway through, Tsubasa and Yugami spotted us and joined the battle, making it even more intense than before.
Nozomi!
When Nozomi got injured, Ava lost her cool and transformed, throwing everything into even greater confusion. Oh boy.
Duh?
Yo, no, mother, there's a freaky school invader.
Oh dear. The enemy base far away from the academy. The special defense unit was completely annihilated. Not by the enemy, but by each other. Nice. Well, that was an interesting ending. Another ending down. Ending... Wait, hang on. I gotta write this down just to remember. Ending 89. Killing game route. Battle for Ava's points. Oh, okay then. We're gonna go ahead and end it here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you all later. Peace.